just this. I don't even know why I'm touching that for. There we go. It's getting done now. I just gotta turn you a little bit more to this side. Bang, like that. See? Bang. Alright. Let's see if this joint works now. Let's see if this works, my guy. Alright. Let's see. See if this.
Then go pee, and then you need to lay down.
Okay, I got a remote play.
If you don't have a capture card and you want to be able to properly customize your PS4 live streams with custom stinger transitions, screens and overlays, then look no further, as I'm going to show you how you can do just that to any streaming platform of your choice. Let's get into this. So first off, you're going to want to turn on your PS4 and make sure that it is connected to the internet. Now you're actually going to want to create a new user unless you are already signed into a second PSN account. Make sure that this second account is associated with a PlayStation Network profile, otherwise this will not work. It's also worth noting that this second account does not need to have PS Plus, but if you do intend streaming online games, then your primary account will need it. Anyway, go ahead and sign in to that second account, and then navigate to the System Settings menu, then to Account Management, and then make sure that you have the PS4 you will be streaming from activated as that account's primary PS4. Now, disconnect a controller from a PS4 by holding the PS button for 10 seconds, or by turning it off in the Sound and Devices menu. Now, head over to your PC you will be streaming from. So now you are on your PC, you want to go ahead and first make sure that you have Streamlabs OBS or any other kind of streaming software installed. I'll link the download to Streamlabs OBS in the description below so you can go and install that if you don't yet have it. So if you also go ahead and look in the description, you're going to find yourself a link to a PS4 Remote Play website where you can download this for your PC. Now this is actually the magic behind everything we're going to be doing, and it is going to require a fairly stable internet connection, but if you do have anything 15 meg down, 15 up, roughly anything of that, then this is going to work very, very well and your streams are going to be significantly improved. So for any Windows users, you're going to want to go ahead and click Windows PC, which is going to be me, and anyone who's on Mac, you can go ahead and download the Mac version of this. But first off, you want to download PS4 Remote Play by going down here, and then here you can see it says Windows PC, so download that from here. So as you can see, if you type exe file is there, but now you have PS4 Remote Play right here. So go ahead and open that. Wait for this, and then you want to go ahead and go into the settings. Now here you're going to want to sign in to PlayStation Network using the same second account we just created what you already had on the PS4. So you're going to want to use that email address and that password, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly input that now.
Simple tax returns open. Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free. Guaranteed. Get the app now. Advertising on YouTube helps me reach engaged customers like Jenna, who's been searching for landscapers on Google. So when she watches YouTube, my ad's there with a link to schedule now. I found my customers on YouTube. Get started with YouTube advertising and find yours too.
Cordelia has your number,
Now, and then what you're going to want to do is simply click OK, and then you're going to want to open up these settings again, and we're going to have a look at these settings depending on your internet. Now I do recommend keeping the frame rate on high, as this is what's going to make the stream look super smooth for the viewers. So you want to keep it on high, but if your internet can't cope with this at all, then try it on standard and see if anyone complains. Now, if you want to be streaming in full HD, so that's full 1080p, then you are going to want to make sure you are using a PS4 Pro, otherwise this will not work. And you'll only be able to stream in 720p, which might actually be all your internet can handle anyway. So for best performance, probably choose 720p to make sure you won't gain any drops, but just for the purpose of this video, and because I do actually do it in 1080p, I will be selecting 1080. Now, as you can see, only available for PS4 Pros, the 1080p option. Also note that the selecting the frame rate is high will pause the actual PS4 from recording background footage, but that doesn't really matter. So text entry, you want to make sure this is not on use keyboard, and change PS4 to connect to. Don't do that, as we have actually set it as a primary PS4, so you won't have to go through this info. Then click OK. Now what you're going to want to do is take one of your PS4 controllers. Now if you only have one, this isn't going to be really possible for you unless you do use some sort of emulator. If you do need help using an emulator, then please do tell me in the comments and I will try and help you with that. But anyway, take a second PS4 controller, the one you will not be using to play, and take a USB cable and plug this into your PC. So now I have the DualShock 4 plugged into my computer, and we can go ahead and either click the options button on the controller or simply just click start with the mouse. So if you go ahead and do that, this should search for a PlayStation 4, and here we go, we have connected to the PlayStation 4 now, and as you can see, the PS4 is here on our PC in 1080p 60fps. So what you want to do now is simply keep this thing open, don't do anything with it, and now you want to go ahead and actually open up Streamlabs OBS. Simply make a new scene, so add a scene here, and enter the name of the scene, so if I just call this PS4, and then you want to actually add the source file to this. So for this we're going to use window capture, which is right here, add source, and then click add source, and then if it hasn't automatically detected this, don't actually know how mine did, you want to open the source properties and make sure that it is selected the window to be remoteplay.x PS4 remote play. Keep that selected. And then match title, otherwise, yep, that's still fine, keep that as it is, and disable capture cursor and multi-adapter compatibility. Now click done. Now you can see you have your PS4 on here, and it is there ready to stream and be captured. So if I switch to one I already have set up, as you can see I have audio output capture enabled, which is something you do want to make sure, so if we go ahead and set this up. Audio output capture, there we go, add source. Right there, and make sure that is actually capturing all of the stuff coming out of your speakers connected to your PC. Is remote play should actually be making some audio right now, and if it isn't, you want to go down here, search for sound mixer, and then make sure that you have PS4 Remote Play all the way up, as I actually don't. So make sure that is up there if there's no sound coming out of that. Now you can see sound is being captured, which is actually the PS4. But now we actually want to get to using the other account to be able to play. So simply what you want to do is take your other remote, the one that you're going to be playing with, and turn that on and connect it to the PS4. So if you click the PS button on that, it should automatically pair with the PS4. And then you're going to want to go ahead and select your primary account right here. So I've now signed in to my primary account, and then you're going to want to switch screen by pressing the PS button. As you can see, that has switched screens, and I am now on my primary account to be able to stream from the PS4. And if you play this, if your PC is connected to the same, if you don't have a capture card and you want to be able to properly customize your PS4 live streams with custom stinger transitions, screens, and overlays, then look no further, as I'm going to show you how you can do just that to any streaming platform of your choice. Let's get into this. So first off, you're going to want to turn on your PS4 and make sure that it is connected to the internet. Now you're actually going to want to create a new user unless you are already signed into a second PSN account. Make sure that this second account is associated with a PlayStation Network profile, otherwise this will not work. It's also worth noting that this second account does not need to have PS Plus, but if you do intend streaming online games, then your primary account will need it. Anyway, go ahead and sign in to that second account, and then navigate to the System Settings menu, then to Account Management, and then make sure that you have the PS4 you will be streaming from activated as that account's primary PS4. Now, disconnect a controller from a PS4 by holding the PS button for 10 seconds, or by turning it off in the Sound and Devices menu. Now, head over to your PC you will be streaming from. So now you are on your PC, you want to go ahead and first make sure that you have Streamlabs OBS or any other kind of streaming software installed. I'll link the download to Streamlabs OBS in the description below so you can go and install that. So if you also go ahead and look in the description, you're going to find yourself a link to the PS4 Remote Play website where you can download this for your PC. Now this is actually the magic behind everything we're going to be doing, and it is going to require a fairly stable